Hey guys, Brad Danger, and imagine this. You just left Kohl's, you bought socks, maybe a candle, you're living your best mid-tier suburban life, minding your own business, thinking about lunch, and then 4 cop cars box you in, guns drawn, over a car you do not even own, worth more than most people's houses, all because a robot camera cannot do basic math. Yes, today we are talking about how Skynet got a badge, learned to read license plates, and immediately started failing at it. Like, subscribe so we can hit 2 mil. And today is not about horsepower. It's not about me doing a burnout I will definitely regret later. Today, we are talking about the scariest thing to happen to your car since your buddy just said, bro, just trust me, I can drift your mom's Tesla. We are talking about flock safety, the license plate cameras quietly watching every single car in America, including yours right now. Probably. And guys, real quick, last giveaway, the winner got a choice, a Fast and Furious Supra or a Shelby GT350. Sean from Nevada took one look and picked the Shelby. Rocky from New York won the flame-spitting GTR before him. Greg from Seattle walked with 100 grand cash. 3 winners, real faces, 0 rigged wheels. This next giveaway is bigger, it's shorter, and you're gonna love it, I promise. That's all you get though. Links pinned in the comment below. Tap it, sign up, go see what these guys actually did with real prizes. Go. Now, back to the show. Now I'm going to explain how one tiny typo turned an innocent car journalist into suspect number 1. Let's go. Okay, first, what the flock is actually flock, because half of you clicked this thinking it was a bird documentary and now you are too committed to leave. Welcome, stay, there are snacks. Flock safety makes little cameras. You have probably seen them. They sit on poles on the edge of your neighborhood, watching the road like your HOA president, watching you park slightly over the line. These cameras do not care about you. They do not care about your face or your questionable haircut or the fact that you are wearing Crocs in public like an animal. They care about one thing: your license plate. Every car that drives by gets photographed. Plate logged, color, make, model, that Salt Life sticker on your Corolla, all of it filed away forever in a database. Cops can search it like Google. And here's the part where your eyes start twitching. These cameras talk to each other nationwide. A cop in one town can pull up everywhere your car has been in a completely different town. No warrant, no judge, just a search bar and a hunch. It is basically Find My iPhone, except it is Find My entire existence, and you are not the one holding the phone. The cops are. Cool. Love that for us. So here is where it gets stupid, aggressively stupid. Who approved this stupid? There is a car journalist named Joel Fetter. If you have ever wondered what my dream job looks like, it is his. Automakers hand him brand new nice cars for free so he can drive them and tell people if they're any good. He gets a $155,000 Range Rover dropped off at his house on a loan. Totally normal for his job. Meanwhile, my press car this week is a Toyota Corolla, and last month it was a Jetta. Nobody in history of policing has ever pointed a gun at a man for driving a Jetta. But sure, he gets the Range Rover. Joel is just living his best life. He's at Kohl's on a Sunday. This is the most harmless human activity ever recorded, and then out of nowhere, 4 police cars surround him, guns drawn, pat down, the whole treatment. They think he's driving a stolen vehicle. Why did they think that? Well, get ready, because this is the dumbest chain of events since I've decided to make my 911 a Safari racer. Straight up script for the next Black Mirror episode. A different Range Rover actually got stolen from a dealership in LA. Its real plate was 3403 DTM. But when someone typed the report into the system, they fat-fingered it, dropped the middle part, entered it just 34 DTM. They dropped 2 characters. 2. That is the entire crime here. Somebody skipped 2 numbers like they were skipping leg day. And here's the kicker. Flock is really good at partial matches. So the system goes 34 DTM, close enough, and starts flagging basically any Range Rover with a similar plate. It's like telling a bloodhound to find a guy who stole your wallet and the dog just tackles the first person wearing pants. Technically, doing a job. Practically, a menace. Flock cameras tracked Joel's car for 2 full days before finally boxing him outside Kohl's. Guns drawn over socks. And you want to know how he got out of it? He had to call Range Rover corporate on a Sunday and get an actual human being to confirm, yes, this is our car, we gave it to him, please stop pointing guns at this nice man. Imagine your freedom depending on whether a car company's PR guy checks his phone on a weekend. That is the safety net, a voicemail. And here is the part where you go, okay, Brad, one-off fluke, chill. No, because within a week, it happened again. Another car journalist, different Range Rover loaner, similar plate, this time in Nebraska. Pulled over and detained for an hour. Same exact robot brain fart. 2 for 2. Flock, you are on a heater. It gets darker too though. A security researcher named Bruce Shiner, basically the John Wick of internet security, pointed out the actual problem. It's not just the system is dumb. It is that humans typed the plate wrong and the officers never double-checked the full plate against the photo Flock already had on file. Flock literally takes photos of plates all day long. They had the photo the entire time. Nobody looked at it before rolling up guns first. That is like calling an airstrike on a house and saying we will check the address after. And if you think that is bad, there is a case where a man got misidentified through one of these camera hits, connected to a fatal accident he had nothing to do with, and spent 13 days in jail. 13 days because a computer said, look, about right? Now, here's the part that should really bother you, and it has nothing to do with typos. There have been multiple reports of police using the Flock database for things that have nothing to do with actual police work. Looking up plates belonging to an ex, tracking someone they had a personal beef with, running searches with zero connectivity to any investigation, any warrant, any case number at all. I mean, that's not a glitch, that's not a typo. This is a person with access to a nationwide tracking system deciding to use it like a personal stalking tool, because apparently nobody is checking. When the tool works exactly as designed and the failure is still this bad, that tells you the problem was never just the software. It is who gets to use it and whether anyone is watching the people doing the watching. All right, opinion time, because this is why you are really here. You did not come for facts. Hot take number one, the problem is not the AI. It is that we built a system where a typo can end with you eating pavement in a Kohl's parking lot. If your grandma's misspelled Facebook post caused this much damage, we would call it a weapon. Hot take number two, it helps catch stolen cars is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Sure, and my check engine light helps me know something is wrong too. Doesn't mean I want it pointing a gun at me. Hot take number three, and this one is for you. Half of you watching are gonna comment, I have nothing to hide. Cool, Kevin, nothing to hide? Give me your phone unlocked for 24 hours. No, that is what I thought. Sit down, nothing to hide until it's your Sunday, your face is on hot pavement at the McDonald's drive-thru, and that sticky gamer subs cup gets confiscated as evidence. Look, I'm not saying this technology is evil. Catching an actually stolen car, great. Finding an actual Amber Alert, genius, amazing. But right now, the safeguards are held together with duct tape, good vibes, and the hope that a PR guy answers his phone on the weekend. And when an oopsie costs an innocent person 13 days of their life, or lets someone with a badge stalk an ex with zero consequences, that is not an oopsie. That is a systematic problem wearing a badge. Before you run off into the comments, let me be clear about something. This is not me picking a political side. This is not a defund this or back the blue that. I don't care what team jersey you're wearing on this one. What I actually care about is how fast we are all adopting this stuff without a single conversation about what happens when it goes wrong. Nationwide license plate tracking, searchable without warrants, shared between departments, and apparently accessible enough that someone can misuse it for personal reasons. That rolled out quietly at scale. While most of us were busy arguing about how much water your GPT waifu used to wish you good night. That should worry you no matter what you believe. Not because the tech is inherently evil, but because we are moving fast on surveillance and slow on accountability, and those two things are supposed to move together. So what do we actually do here? A few things that are not rocket science. One, make the cops check the photo. It exists. Look at the picture before the guns come out. Revolutionary. I know. Two, no more partial match raids. 34 DTM and 3403 DTM are different plates. That is not even close. That is a robot rounding up your freedom. Three, real rules on who can search this database, when, and why, with an actual audit trail so misuse gets caught instead of ignored. Right now, it is the wild, wild west of the subscription model. Or alternatively, we can just start driving 2003 Civics with check engine lights because no camera on earth is confusing my rusty potato with a stolen luxury SUV. Financial security through automotive shame. You are welcome. Anyway, this is a story of how a two-character typo turned a guy's Sunday into a hostage negotiation, and how the same system has apparently been used to snoop on exes on the side. If this made you a little paranoid, well, stay paranoid, slightly, in a healthy way. Smash that like button, subscribe so we can hit 2 mil by the end of the year, and drop a comment. Are these cameras keeping us safe, or are we one typo away from anarchy, and should the people running the searches be watched just as closely as the rest of us? I will be reading them, so let me know in the comments down below. Also, check out some of these ideal vids. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal, and promise me one thing. Keep living the ideal lifestyle.